Tuesday, March 14th. My name is Maximus.
And my name is Lachelle. And this is ENS News. Counselors are hosting a STEP Mental Health Fair March 15th. The fair is for students to see that we have a variety of resources. There will be some partners coming in to help connect students to whatever resources they may need. And get ready because from April 3rd to April 6th will be our spring break.
Grade book closes at 5 p.m. on March 24th. If you didn't know already, report cards are being held March 30th to March 31st. We also have half days for those 2 dates.
The class of 2026 will be hosting a bake sale the 16th, robotics will be hosting a bake sale the 20th, and intensity will be hosting a bake sale the 23rd. Bake sales will be held during every lunch period.
But where will you enjoy your bake sale snacks?
Some students are having trouble finding a spot. Our reporters are here to discuss this.
Dr. Johnson released a new policy regarding the excessive amounts of trash being found outside the cafeteria. Students are found eating outside the lunchroom during lunch, which leads to more trash around the building. How long do you find yourself waiting in line?
If I'm getting pizza, it's usually pretty quick, but if I'm getting the actual lunch, it's probably a quarter of lunch.
Is there always a spot in the cafeteria?
I have a table, so for me, yes, but I feel for other people, no.
Here's Dr. Johnson's take on the new policy.
The issue that we're having around having the auditorium open every day is that if we have the courtyard open and the auditorium, we don't have enough staff to make sure all those areas are covered. And we've had situations where when the auditorium was open and unsupervised, there was a lot of trash and a lot of damage done in that space. One thing that I sent out in the email, I did send out a cleanliness policy just around where you can eat food. And the reason I sent that is not to tell students where they can't eat, but to tell them some solutions to make sure we keep our building clean. The goal has always been to keep our building beautiful and to keep our building clean. I invited students to join me in creating what we call a beautification team. I would love to get a group of students to work with me in identifying how we can make our school beautiful, whether it be through murals, whether it be through designing our stairwells and our staircases or our bathrooms.
With the help of the students and the staff, we can keep Carver beautiful.
Our two movies we have for you today are Toy Story and the Barbie movies.
I watched both of them, but the one I remember I like the most is Toy Story.
I would say Toy Story.
The Barbie movie where they were fairies.
I'm here with
Brady.
And between Home Alone and Parent Trap, what do you think was a more iconic childhood movie?
I would say Home Alone.
I'll say Parent Trap.
Home Alone.
What childhood movie do you think was more iconic between Big Daddy and Holes?
Holes.
Iconic, it's gotta be Holes.
To choose between Lion King or The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Lion King.
So probably Lion King.
I'm gonna go Lion King.
I'm here with
Daniel.
And between Toy Story and Home Alone, what do you think was a more iconic childhood movie?
Probably Toy Story.
I gotta go with Home Alone.
I would say Toy Story. I'm going to be asking you to choose between two movies today. Your two choices are going to be between Holes and The Lion King.
Probably Holes.
It's definitely The Lion King.
I feel like Holes is kind of better.
I'm here with
Lachelle.
And this is our last question of the segment. Between Toy Story and Holes, what do you think is a more nostalgic childhood movie?
I would have to go with Toy Story because I've only seen Holes once, but I've seen Toy Story a bunch of times, so.
Thank you.
If you dress like a nerd today, listen up for afternoon announcements so you can take a group photo. We have a half day on Friday the 17th for professional development.
Carver's Got Talent will be hosted by Carver Records and Class of 26 on April 25th. We know Carver students are the best. Come celebrate all the gifts we have at Carver's Got Talent. All 7th through 12th graders are invited to share out dance, music, poetry, or comedy. Save the date and get ready to shine. On February 25th, the STEP team competed in Baltimore. Let's see how they did.
Damaris. I am the captain. I've been the captain since junior year. Teams didn't really feel like schools. I will say one thing that I noticed, they were very, very disciplined. Like when they were coming out of their booths, everybody left, right, left, straight line. It was very disciplined and very serious, and we were kind of the only team that didn't have that, and so that was definitely different. Even though we were in that atmosphere, I don't feel like anybody. We definitely did feel pressure at the beginning of the day, but we warmed up and we bonded, so that it helped a lot. I will say for this being our first competition, I was very proud of everybody. The fact that they went up there and they performed and they were clean, I'm very proud. Now, of course, it's not perfect, but we're gonna get it there. That's why we practice. Like seeing other teams and just the energy and the facial expressions that they had. I expect more personality out of people now, being as though like they've been through their first competition, and so that'll happen with conditioning and of course for practice. But yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
This is Max.
And this is Lachelle. And this is ENS News.